Could it be that your next level is motion activated? Hey guys, happy Friday. Welcome back to Fearless Fridays. Today is Friday, May 28th. This is episode 90. Wow, 90 of Fearless Fridays. As always, I welcome you to the show, whether it's your first time watching or you're a return watcher. Welcome, 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 and welcome back. So this is an idea that I've been pondering on for quite some time, and I think I'm finally ready to share it with you all. And that is what I just said, that perhaps your next level is motion activated. So you know how you go to the store, like the grocery store, or you go to the mall, and you step in front of the door and the door opens. Why does the door open? The door opens because there are motion sensors on top of the door, on the sides of the door, wherever they are. There are motion sensors there that detect when there is a person there ready to step to the other side of the door. And when the motion detectors and the motion sensors sense you or detect that a person is standing there, they cause the doors to open. But if you don't actually move in front of the door, if you don't actually if you don't put yourself in a position to where the motion sensors and the motion detectors can see you or detect you or sense you, the door is not going to open. The door doesn't just open and close, fly open and fly closed randomly, we hope. But the way the door is designed is that when the motion detectors detect that someone has moved to a certain place in front of the door, then the motion detectors tell the door to open. And I think that is true for a lot of our lives. I think a lot of times it can be easy, at least for me. I found myself in positions before where I'm stuck. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know whether to go this way or that way. I don't know what decision to make. I don't know how to move forward. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in this moment. I don't know what to do to get to where I want to be. I have an idea of where I want to be. And the idea may be very, very clear or it may be a little hazy, but I still have an idea of where I want to be. But I don't know how to get there. I don't know which way to go, which way to turn, which way to move. And so rather than making a decision and taking a step, and I will say I because I have done this before, rather than making a decision and taking a step, I just stay still and I stay stagnant. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. That the lack of knowledge or the lack of sureness about the next step causes me, maybe causes you, to just stay still and do nothing. And I want to encourage you today. This is something that I have learned and I have seen in my own life, that a lot of times the next level is motion activated, which means that in order to get to that next level, even if you don't know precisely what to do, you got to start moving. You got to start moving. A lot of times you'll hear people say, well, I'm waiting on God to give me instructions, and I'm waiting on God to give me direction. And that's wonderful. I absolutely, that's how I try to live my life as well, waiting on God to make sure that I'm on the right path. Um, but what good is God's direction if you're not moving, if you're not doing anything? And I'm not saying run out ahead of God before you have clear direction or instruction, but even in your waiting moments, even in the moments where you're like, oh, I'm not really sure, there is still something that can be done. You could be preparing for the next thing as you're waiting for the next instruction. You could be learning something that you need to learn so that when you get to that next place, you are more prepared. You could be interacting with people and meeting people and networking with people, making connections so that when you get to that next level, you've already kind of started to create relationships. But also, again, this has been true for me in my life. Um, I have learned and I have experienced that if I just move, if I just make a decision, if I just get going, then the things that are supposed to come to me on that path will come to me. And I've talked about this before, but the things that are supposed to meet you on your path, the things that are supposed to meet you on your journey can only meet you there if you are moving, if you are on the path, if you are on the journey. So, like I said, you just gotta move. You just gotta go. Make a decision. Make one step forward. You know, whether if it's a career shift, if it's a job change, if it's a major life change, education, moving to a new city, anything, whatever it is, if you're not sure what to do and you find yourself in a place of feeling stagnant, sometimes you got to just start moving and trust and believe. God is God. So if he needs to say, nah, boo, that's not the right thing, he's gonna find a way to pull you back. But a lot of times I think we're waiting on God, and God is like, well, start moving. And once you start moving, then I can make sure you're on the right path. Then I can give you further direction and further instruction. But while you're standing here, there's no need for direction. There's no need for instruction. It's like when you're driving a car, if you want to go somewhere, you're going on a road trip, and you have your Google Maps pulled up, or whatever you use, and you have it pulled up and it's giving you direction. It's telling you to get on the highway here and get off at this exit and make a right or make a left. All of that is wonderful. Those directions and those instructions are great, but what good are they if you're sitting in the car and you haven't even put your foot on the gas yet? You're just sitting there idle. So don't allow the fear of a wrong decision, don't allow the fear of a wrong decision keep you from making a decision at all. Sometimes your next level is motion activated. Sometimes you just got to start moving. Sometimes you got to say, all right, this is the decision that I'm making. Let's get going. And trust and believe that God will put you back on the right path if you're on the wrong path. And also trust and believe that the things that you need on your journey will meet you as you journey, as you take steps on your journey. But those things can't meet you on your journey if you haven't even started the journey yet, if you haven't even started moving yet. So that's what I want to encourage you guys with today. Sometimes your next level is motion activated. You just gotta make a decision and move. You just gotta take a step. Nobody's asking you to go 10 years down the line right now. Just take one step. You know what the goal is, you know what the dream is, you know what the vision is, you know what the desire is. So just take one step towards that thing. And you take one step and a door may open. You take another step and you meet someone on the path. You take another step and you meet someone else on the path. You take another step and an opportunity comes to you on the path, on the journey. But those things come to you because you're moving, because you decided, you know what, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take one step in the right direction, or what I believe to be the right direction. And trust that the things that are meant to be there for you will be there for you. And trust that if you are making all kind of crazy steps that you don't need to be making, God has a way of pulling you back and saying, nope, here, course correction. Nope, here, course correction, course correction. But there's no need for a course correction if you're not moving. That's just it. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys this week. I hope that blessed you. If it did, leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel. Also, be sure to subscribe and share and like and comment and all of those wonderful things. And remember, the euphoria of fearlessness trumps the comfort of staying safe. I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.